Hello everyone, welcome back to Brickset, and today I have in front of me one of my favorite Lego sets. Now, make sure you do check out my review on the 2005 Imperial TIE Fighter, as I am going to be doing a comparison video on both of these. That's why I wanted to get this done here. I didn't really want to wait for it. I love this set, so I really want to do a review on it either way. And let's get right into the review, as I'm going to take away the TIE Fighter and the minifigs. I very tragically do not have the box. I received this set when I didn't keep the boxes, but I do have this original instruction manual. Excuse that, I've been trying to fix it. I think it actually came in the box like that, because I remember having it like always whenever I had this set. So here's what the art would have looked like, or does look like. You can see that nice solo artwork. Oh, excuse me for the shaking of the camera, but by the way, if you have not seen the Star Wars, if you have not seen the Solo movie, this may contain minor spoilers. Even though it's come out quite a bit ago, it is probably, in my opinion, the most underrated Star Wars movie. So make sure you do go watch it if you have the resources to do so. Inside, basic, boring instruction manual. What was it going to be? Some sort of vintage instructions? Cool ones? No, it's modern, boring instructions. You can see a little bit of stuff in the back. Here's an ad for Lego Life. Here's ad for some of the buildable figures, which I think are retired now. And here is an ad for this wave. You can see quite a bit of the sets there, which is, cool. Yeah, this was actually a pretty good wave. The Solo had really good sets. Yep, that's the instruction manual, but of course, this set is all about the TIE Fighter, so we're going to take a look at the TIE Fighter right now. I want to make this video a little bit shorter, because if I didn't make that a priority, I definitely would have gone a long rant. So I'm going to go take a look at the TIE Fighter. Alright, so here's the TIE Fighter itself. This is probably one of the largest things I've had in the studio. It took quite a bit to get this right, but let's go take a look at this. I'm just going to start off with the wings, which are identical, by the way. It has a pretty nice combination of studded and plated surfaces, so this feels nice to me. There's a little bit of gap. This is a very, very nice shape. I can appreciate the single printed piece, a bit of the grilling tiled around it. And of course, use hinge pieces to create that nice shape, and even roller skate pieces to add a little bit of extra greebling. I like that shape to it. Like I said, it is the same on the other wing too. The cockpit is shaped very nicely. There's lots and lots of little bits of greebling to this. And in terms of play, this is very, very swooshable. It's very easy to pick this up, and it just gives you lots of good, it really is a great grip, and it gives you very good access to the spring-loaded shooters. The back has some very nice shaping. These are actually some, I think, Minecraft railroad track pieces made in this color, which is always nice to get. The inside of the wings have a lot of open studs, but they really did their best to make it look nice, and I think it's pretty successful. Having some of like the line going through, and a lot of good detail here. These I'll show you how the wings connect in a minute. Let's take a look at the rest of the canopy. You have this printed large piece which can open up, another printed piece there, but that's on a couple more plates, and you have this battle droid body piece with a clip. I don't think it's a clip for anything. I think that's just a clip, just to add some detail. You get to add that battle droid piece is used to add a control, which I think works out well. Looking closer into the interior of this set, lighting doesn't really work out too much there. Okay, well, you just have a grill tile, and you just have grill and a normal tile, and some more slopes on the side, which you can see there. Excuse me for my light, and my hand keeps getting in the way. But one thing I do think you can see right there is that little hint of blue, which is a shame. You have two clips to hold the TIE Fighter pilot's blaster. The blue is really the only shame on this set. Little bit of red detailing there. You have great access to the cockpit, and it can also work like that, which is canonically accurate. Looking at the bottom here, plain, but they did add a little bit of detail, which I can always appreciate. Can give you a little bit of a better look at some of the greebling all over this thing, because this thing just does really look great. Shaping on the back is nice. I appreciate the red studs, and the spring-loaded shoes are integrated very nicely. They add to the look of it, and they don't really add, like those sticking on the back don't really bother me. So I can, appreciate that. Now I know the newer one has green. Personally, I think the model just looks much better with red spring-loaded shooters. It's just more accurate. So I can appreciate them doing that, not choosing green ones. But there's something else here now. This just comes off very easily, but it is still very sturdy. You can see the clips inside there where the wing comes on. And it just goes on like that. So this actually adds for some very easy customization. Goes on just very easily. Doesn't wobble or anything. It's very stable. It's very sturdy. Bro, this is a great display model and a great toy. I feel like this looks nice. It feels nice. And Lego just did a great job. I don't think there's really too much more to say about this. Personally, I love it. Of course, let's move on to the minifigures in this set. Alright, so here's I think who is definitely the most appropriate minifigure for the set this is the TIE Fighter pilot. What is a ship without its pilot? And here's this one. So he just has a small blaster, I think, probably so he can also, it can go it can go in the cockpit. It can just really fit in the cockpit very well with those two clips. Look at his helmet in a sec. I'm going to take it off so you can see his printing a little better. And the glorious angry clone face that is on this guy. Yeah, really nice printing all around on him. If you look on the back printing there, it's plain but accurate. This is just a black jumpsuit basically with a breathing apparatus on him. Like, Lego just plainly did a good job here. It is a TIE Fighter pilot, not too much more to do. He does have this nice TIE Fighter pilot mold, helmet mold, which is used for also AT-AT drivers and Inferno Squad members. This also just looks great. This is just a good figure. My only complaint is that Lego should just use a black head. I forget exactly what it's called, but it's when you have they used to do it where you have a cloth and then the head coming out. I wish Lego would just do that again, because honestly, that just worked better. But this guy still looks good. That's excusable considering how good he looks from the front. Let's move on to the more solo story minifigures, starting with Han Solo himself. Alright, and this is not Han Solo in disguise. This is Han Solo as a member of the Imperial Army. Is this really, really nice mold for his head here, which just displays. It's just a great print. They're using a lot more for Imperials nowadays, and this just looks great on him. It really, really does make him look great. This guy also has great chest printing. It really, like this guy's printing can just be used for other figures. If you're using a little Minbin display, you just take the head off, and you can use this for a bunch of other guys. Great detailing around. He has a large blaster. He has this really nice cape piece, or pancho, I think. It's supposed to protect him from the rain and mud, and it also has great printing. He also has printing on the back of his head there, which shows an angry expression. The only thing I would have liked in terms of expressions, they both look nice. I would have liked one where maybe his face is a bit covered in mud and he's maybe a bit frightened, as I think that would fit the scene. As and if you've seen the movie, he definitely is not look too angry in it necessarily while he's fighting, but still it looks good. Now here's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to do my best attempt to show you the back printing without without damaging. Oh, there we go. That looks great. That looks great to me. Alright, we have successfully done that. And, yep, cape still. I guess the Pancho. So we're gonna have to call it a Kate just out of Lego instinct. This is a great figure, and I'm very happy to have this Han Solo. I think it was one of my very first Han Solo figures. So yeah, let's move on to Tobias Beckett. Alright, this is still my only Tobias Beckett minifigure, but unlike Han Solo, he is in disguise. He has his dual wielded pistols, and that nice silver color just looks great to me. Once again, really great torso printing on this guy. He's just looking very nice. I'm gonna take that off so you can see all of the rest of his printing better. Great face printing. He does not have back. His back printing is fine. You know, it's appropriate. It's simple, but it does have some nice detailing. No second expression, which does make sense considering, you know, the hat would not exactly work for that. Just the standard Imperial officer hat, which just looks good. It's a great little mold they have. Now, this is, of course, stolen Imperial outfit, so, you know, you can see some of the remnants of his holsters. You know, I don't know if he's standing up straight all the way there. Should give you a little bit of a better look at him. Yeah, this guy looks really good to me. Surprisingly, it's actually not too expensive, which kind of surprises me. But yeah, this is just a good figure, and I'm very happy to have him. Let's move on to my favorite minifigure, one of my favorite minifigs, the Minbin Stormtrooper. Alright, this is one of my favorite minifigures, period. This is the Minbin Stormtrooper. And this guy just looks awesome. He's an exclusive helmet mold, toe printing, leg printing, hip printing on both sides of the torso. This guy has all of the printing. Just an angry clown. I'm gonna take it off once again, just so you can see he's printing a little bit better. Look at all of that camo and mud detailing all over him. I love how that actually looks pretty good. That connecting, just a normal blaster, medium-sized, very appropriate. Once again, you can see the Pancho detail. I think that's just the same thing that they use for Han Solo. This guy is just very detailed. Like, honestly, this set just has great minifigures. This guy being incredible. There's his back printing. I actually haven't seen in a while. Yeah, that also just looks great. Overall, this is a very considering this is just a play set. Really, Lego put a bunch of effort into this guy. Alright, so I put his helmet back on after we saw the back printing, just so you can see the rest of this guy. Just give you a quick spin. This guy is just awesome. I love him. Such a great looking figure. Of course, now with that, let's move on to the overview of this set. Alright, so here's the overview of one of my favorite Lego sets. Now, so basically, if you do not get it already, the reasons why I love this set so much is because it has great, really detailed and collectible, but while still good for kids, minifigures. They're just really great minifigures. The TIE Fighter itself has really great play value. It feels good to pick up. You know, it has good interior detail. Those are integrated nicely. But also, everything here is a great mix of play and display, which is the perfect combination for a Lego model. Truthfully, Lego just about nailed it here. Like of course it is a TIE Fighter, because they can't really get the interior. The really only thing that I don't like about this model is the blue Technic pins, but the rest of it makes up for that. So really, Lego have done a really great thing here, really combining the two things that they do best. This is good for adults, and it's a good play model for kids, which it being a toy, it needs to do, but you know, there's such a big fan base for Lego. They always have to take into consideration how adults are going to be buying this. This is definitely a top-notch set. I think all three of these minifigs are exclusive. The TIE Fighter probably, I think, has just just ever so slight differences in the helmet. But either way, all these four figures are incredible. This is one of two sets which has anything from the Battle of Minbin, I believe. The other one just being a poly bag, just with Mud Trooper Han Solo, to get all of these guys in one set. This is really the only Minbin set, even through, especially if you look at the instruction manual here, this is more of like a something else. So it's not exactly on the Battle of Minbin, but I can highly appreciate them giving so much credit to it, because they can't really make too much of a set off of it. So I really do appreciate them putting in all of the effort on this model into doing so. The model has a great mix of tiled and studded surfaces throughout, giving it a clean but rugged look. The shaping is done very well. I think it's scaled very nicely to a minifigure. It has great parts in it, just great detail. Overall, there is so much good with this. I think that's something I just slightly touched down upon. But like I said, you can remove the wings very easily. This is a very solid canopy. So if you want to, let's say, make your a custom TIE interceptor or something, you already have a great starting point, and that saves you a lot of pieces and a lot of time designing. Now you can just go right to the wings and make your 2 wings, which I've actually seen people do, which is just great. So much good about this set. Such a shame I don't have the box, but I'm still unbelievably happy with this. This is probably one. This is one of my favorite sets. Definitely in that top 3 mark, I'd say. Definitely. I'm so pleased with this. If you ended up enjoying this too, make sure you leave a comment. I'm getting very close to 50 subscribers, so make sure you subscribe, please, and I'll see you in my next video.